Hello guys, welcome to Net Experts. My name is Sudhanshu Kapoor. So in this session, we'll talk about how to create user accounts in SQL Server 2019. So let's see this. So once I open my server, so this is my machine, SQL Server 2019. Okay, and what I need to do first, I am going to for creating the user accounts or managing user accounts in SQL Server 2019, we need to go to Start and we can go for Microsoft SQL Server Tools, and over there we have the option Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So we need to open the studio once. Okay, so I already opened over there. As you can see that once you click on this, it shows you like this. Okay, it is a Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Now I need to connect my a database. I need to log in my SQL server. So I just, you can see that the plug option is there, plug icon is there. So you can just click on this, or you can go to connect. Okay, or you can go, or you can click this plug icon. So I just click on plug icon. They ask me my user. So my username is my server, my machine name is this, and the username is admin user. Okay, which I created. Okay, at the time when I installed SQL server, I just simply click on connect over there. So as you can see that my user is successfully I'm able to access successfully in my SQL server. Now for user accounts, you need to go to security tab. You can expand it over there. We have the options logins. Once you click on logins over there, expand it over there, so you can see so many things are there. Okay, so as you can see that my user is also, it shows my user also, which on through which I am logging in the server. And we have another user, his name is SA means SQL server authentication account. This is authentication account of SQL server. So now if I see, right click on there and go to properties of this authentication account. So over there we have the options are there over there. So if you want to change the password, you can change the password over there. Okay, like imagine if you have, if you want to change a user password, any user password, so you just right click to the particular user properties and you can change the password over there. Okay, you can enforce the expiration also. If you want to expire, you want that the password is automatically expired, so you can enable this option also. Now next we have a server role option is there. In server roles, this is a permission. You can select user privileges, what permissions a user have. So by default it has sysadmin permissions. Sysadmins means this user is able to access anything in the SQL server. It's a admin, as you can see that. Okay, so if you check all these options, or you can check only sysadmins, it's similar thing. Okay, so if you have a sysadmin role, or if you have assigned a sysadmin role to a particular specific user, so it means that that user has all permissions, everything that user is able to access. He able to create the database, delete the database, modify the database. Okay, or you can say that start and stop the services through configuration manager, everything this user do. Fine, so it has all the permissions. Now first we have a user mappings. We can discuss all these permissions also in my upcoming sessions, not to worry about that. Then after that you have a user mapping. So this user has all the databases mapped. So we'll discuss this also, about these databases also, in my upcoming sessions. Now once you click on status, so this shows you permission to connect to database as engine is grant and deny. So you can access permissions also, user to access the database or not. Okay, I want that this user is not able to log in my database, so we can go for deny over there. Okay, or this user is not able to access the database engine, or this user is not able to log in, as you can see that. So by default this user has a login permission. So I just click on disabled over there, and you can see that click on OK over there. Simple click on OK. So as you can see that, now once you click on refresh it once, just right click to the logins again and you can go for refresh once. So as you can see that there is a cross over there. That means I'm not able to log in with the SA account now. Okay, if I try to log in, so I go to plug over there, and we have to go to the SQL authentication, and over there we can log in with CA. Okay, and I give the password, and I try to log in with this. So you can see that it shows me the login failed of user as a reason the account is disabled, because it's not showing, not allowing me to log in this. Okay, so if I just click on cancel and click on go to the properties again for this user, and click on status again, and then you can go for enable this time. So once you enable it and click on OK down there, the OK option is there. So once you can see that, once you refresh it once, right click to the logins and click on refresh over there. So you can see that now I'm able to log in with this user. I click on this and then go to SA, SQL Server Authentication, or define SA, and then go for the password and click on connect over there. So this time you can say that I log in with the SA user account. See, SA user account is login. So if I showing you over there like this, we have two logins now. See, we have two logins now. one through admin user and another through SA, like this. Okay. Now we can create other users too. So how we can create the users over there? I go again to the login. Okay, and I right click on the logins and click on new login over there. We have the option new login. I'll click on new login. Over there we can create the users. Now I want to give the login first. Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication, we have two authentication methods. Like we use server authentication, I give the login name over there. So I give user one and I give the password over there. Okay, I give the password. Now we can define this also. Okay, enforce password expiration and user must change the password next login. Okay, so I don't want to use it. I want that both the things, you can say that I want that password is expired. Okay, after the default days. In AD we have 42 days. In SQL Server also we have some time to expire the passwords, and we have a change password also. Like once this user is going to log in at very first time, the user is means they ask you to prompt the password to change the password. Now, once you click on users roles over there, it goes only public option, public access is only there. So he is able to access everything. Okay, he's able to access the database, but not able to modifying anything in that case. Okay, and if you click on status, it shows you grant permission. So permission is connected to database is grant. Yes, he is able to access or connect the database and is able to log in also. Okay, fine. So I'll create this now. Now let's we can say that the user one is there. Now I'm going to log in with the user one. So how we can go for that? Just click on this plug option, and we have to go for this time. I go for user one, and I'll define the password and click on connect over there. So they ask you to prompt user to change the password. Okay, so I go for to change the password. Okay, and then click on OK. So as you can say that now this user also has this user is also login, as you can say that like this. See, now user one is also login. Now if I go to user one and I go to security and go to logins over there, so it shows me only two. SA means SQL authentication account and user one only, because it's not a sysadmin. Okay, if I see with my admin user, so it shows me everything. It shows me all the services which is login already. Okay, because I am admin. Okay, because admin is a sysadmin privileges over there. Okay, so like this, if you want to disconnect it, simple, just go to the disconnect option is there, and you want to disconnect. See, now the user is one is disconnected. Now you want to disconnect the SA also, just click on this and you can disconnect it over there. You can see that like this. Or this is the way how we can create the user accounts, login user accounts in the SQL database, see the permissions, what permissions they have, and how we can log in and dislog in the user accounts in the SQL Server 2019. So that's it for the session, guys. I hope you're able to understand this session. Please like and share this session with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel for more technical videos. Thank you very much, guys, for watching.